This is not normal, it's a live robbery, and Raphinha reacted furiously after Fifpro snubbed him from the 2025 Fifpro Men's World Ainties. But what exactly is going on? Stay with me, because I'm going to show you the full truth behind this injustice. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Playing for Barcelona is synonymous with greatness, respect, and achievement. When a player gives everything at the highest level of football, team victories and individual recognition naturally follow. And that's exactly what happened with Raphinha, with one exception, the individual recognition, which inexplicably never came. Even without that acknowledgement, Raphinha was one of Barcelona's most influential players last season. He deserved far more recognition than he received. To put it into perspective, the Brazilian finished the season with 34 goals and 22 assists, numbers higher than the current Ballon d'Or winner Dembélé. Yet Raphinha only placed 5th in the Ballon d'Or voting, despite being a key player in Barcelona's run to the Champions League semi-finals. His name was even behind Vitinha and Salah, which already sparked controversy. But what truly shocked the football world, and especially us Barca fans, was seeing Raphinha's name completely left off the final 2025 Fifpro Men's World Ainties. Nobody is understanding what's happening with these nominations. This is simply not normal. Cole Palmer and Jude Bellingham above Raphinha? It must be a joke. It makes no sense, and here's why. Raphinha, of course, didn't stay silent. The player reacted furiously on social media, showing his outrage at yet another injustice against him. Raphinha was simply flying last season. He was instrumental in Barcelona competing at the highest level, and his stats speak for themselves. 34 goals and 22 assists, totaling 56 direct goal contributions. These numbers worthy of Lionel Messi. Of course, for Messi, these stats might seem ordinary, but for any other player, reaching this mark wearing the Barcelona jersey is extraordinary. For comparison, Jude Bellingham recorded 17 goals and 13 assists, 24 contributions. Cole Palmer, 18 goals and 13 assists, 23 contributions. In other words, Raphinha outperformed both in every offensive metric, being more productive and more influential collectively. In addition, he acted as one of the team captains, reinforcing his leadership on and off the pitch. Raphinha was the true offensive engine of Barcelona. Even without playing as a false nine or attacking midfielder like Bellingham and Palmer, he decided major matches with standout performances against Bayern Munich and Benfica in the Champions League. He also scored against Inter Milan. Focusing just on the Champions League, Raphinha scored 12 goals and provided 8 assists, totaling 20 direct goal contributions in 13 matches. This already put him ahead of Lionel Messi in the club's historical ranking for a single edition of the Champions League. For comparison, in the 2011-12 season, Messi scored 14 goals and 5 assists in 11 games, 19 direct contributions. Raphinha, therefore, surpassed Messi himself, etching his name into Barcelona's history. And we can't forget, Raphinha was a nightmare for Real Madrid last season. He punished and whipped the team of Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., being one of Hansi Flick's main weapons in the El Clasico matches. That's why the way his injury was handled left the coach furious. According to Cadena Ser, the plan was to have Raphinha 100% ready for the recent El Clasico that Barcelona ended up losing 2-1. The player had returned to training with the group on October 22nd, but the next day felt a slight leg pain. Initially, the issue was considered minor, and he was cleared to continue. Disaster struck in the third training session after his return. Raphinha suffered a new, more serious muscle injury, which sidelined him for several weeks. The situation left Flick extremely irritated, demanding explanations from the medical staff. According to journalist CK Rodriguez, the German coach considers Raphinha as important as Pedri and Lamine Yamal in his tactical setup. Without Raphinha, Barcelona lost rhythm and creativity. In the 6 games he missed, the club collected only 9 out of 18 possible points, showing just how much he has missed. Last season, Barca reached the Champions League semi-finals and won all domestic titles against Real Madrid. Bellingham's Real Madrid didn't win a single trophy, and the Englishman's performance dropped drastically, drawing harsh criticism from analysts like Moreno and Craig on ESPN, who judged his output as ridiculous.
Bellingham was this isn't a sort of attack on Jude Bellingham. He wasn't ready to play. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you've achieved. Doesn't matter your stature, your presence. If you've played only 20 minutes, you're not ready to go in to a game of that intensity away from home. Not even at the Bernabeu, away from home. Against a side who are chasing their tail, as Alex said. He had a great result against Vallecano, but they were losing right until the end, until Alvarez bailed them out. So it was a huge week for Atletico Madrid, and they were always going to bring that energy. And when you have that in a derby, and we've all played in derby games, for whatever reason it gets cranked up.
Now, regarding Cole Palmer, it's important to put things in perspective. Chelsea only won the Club World Cup, a tournament with limited prestige, especially without Barcelona participating. Additionally, the team finished outside the Premier League top 4, highlighting the gap between Chelsea and Europe's top powers. Yes, the London club also won the UEFA Conference League, a competition below the Europa League in terms of challenge and prestige. In other words, while Raphinha shined in the Champions League, facing the biggest clubs in the world and standing out in the knockout stages, Cole Palmer didn't even play in Europe's top competition. Chelsea, in fact, was relegated to the Conference League, making the competitive gap between the two players last season very clear. Raphinha was a protagonist among giants, Palmer a standout in a secondary scene. Raphinha maintained an extremely high level in a competitive team, while Palmer shined in a team not competing in the main tournament, the Champions League. And Bellingham was lost when Real Madrid needed him most. With better stats, more collective impact, and evident technical prominence, Raphinha deserved to be among the best in the world and, without a doubt, in the 2025 Fifpro Men's World forward. Visibly disappointed, Raphinha turned to social media to express his feelings, not with words but through a series of revealing posts. He shared 17 Instagram stories, each highlighting his achievements from last season, team trophies, personal milestones, and his numerous goal contributions. Many of these posts included 3 laughing emojis, a subtle yet sharp gesture pointing to the perceived injustice in the selection. The official Fifpro Men's World 18th midfield featured a quartet of Pedri, Vitinha, Cole Palmer, and Jude Bellingham, while the attack included Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, and Ousmane Dembele. Including Palmer and Bellingham over Raphinha makes no sense and was not well received by Barca fans, who see the decision as a prioritization of popularity over merit. Fifpro often balances popularity, media exposure, and performance, and that's where Raphinha loses ground. Bellingham plays for Real Madrid and enjoys massive media exposure, especially in England and Spain. Palmer is the English media darling, a rising face of British football. Raphinha, on the other hand, is less media-friendly and less marketable internationally, despite having had the better season. This shows a clear bias in the voting, which often rewards image and narrative more than pure performance. To make matters worse, Bellingham's campaign was hindered by recurring shoulder problems, and many believe that Raphinha's consistency, influence, and winning mentality deserved recognition. For Raphinha, this rejection should serve as another source of motivation. His quiet yet defiant stance on social media says it all, and for Barcelona, it's just another reminder that sometimes even the most brilliant seasons can go unnoticed. But once again, football proves that media and popularity still outweigh performance on the pitch. Raphinha didn't just win games, he carried Barcelona, and yet he was forgotten. Did Raphinha deserve to be in the 2025 Fifpro Men's World Anthem? Comment below. Don't forget to like and share this injustice against Raphinha with your friends. The world needs to know.